Hey guys, it's Paul, it's Team Ashen. It is this week's Shrine of Secrets breakdown. How is everybody doing today? Hope everything is going well for you guys. We have our crew as usual. Spyrim and Amsicee are here. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Howdy. So we have 4 perks. Unlike last week where everything was useless, or pretty much everything was useless, outside of head-on, we have 4 perks. Some of them have value, some of them don't. They're very situational at best. We have Off the Record, Breakout, Predator, don't use Predator, and Mindbreaker. We'll show how these perks work as usual. You're actually going to see a lot more of the Amsicee cam than normal because a lot of them are very, very what's the word I'm going to use? It's very specific on how they have to look. So, Predator is a tracking perk for the Wraith. Basically what it does is whenever you're running, survivors are throwing up tons of scratch marks, and sometimes you might get a little bit confused as to where those scratch marks are coming from.
I accidentally used my sprint burst right away, so I had to walk around and unsprint burst.
So, as you can see, the scratch marks would normally be all over the place. They're just a little bit more, a little bit easier to see, a little bit easier to find where you're going. As you can see right now, I can see where Amsicee is with I'm all ears. That's going to be a little bit different here in a second. Don't laugh. It's not funny. So she is running off the record, and what that means is as soon as she gets off the hook, for 60 seconds, I cannot see her aura. Now this is actually really, this is a much stronger perk than you think it is, because as you can see, Spyrim, I can see him healing her. I can't see her though. Be careful with that if a killer is running nurses. Like as you can see now, she's self-healing and I can't find her. Also, this is something that does counteract wall hack perks. So if you have all seeing from the Wraith, or if you have a scratch mirror Michael or anything like that, this does count. So you are going to counter a lot of perks. I'm all ears, barbecue and chili, nurses calling. All these are now rendered mute for 60 seconds. Also, while she is injured for 60 seconds, I didn't mean to do that, but it does segue into what we're doing next. Her grunts are 100% gone also. Now, what you're going to see here is what Breakout does. Spyrim is running Breakout. If you check on her meter, you will see an improved wiggle. This is going to make it a little bit harder to get to your hooks. And this does stack. It's kind of a meme perk. I mean, it does have value. There are people that do run these very well. They're Sabo squads and things. It makes a difference, man. It can definitely make the difference between getting a hook and keeping somebody off death hook. So the next perk that we are going to show off is Mindbreaker. And again, Amsicee's kind of already shown it off a little bit. Now, I'll enlarge Amsicee's cam so that we can see this. She's now exhausted until 5 seconds after she leaves this gen. all her exhaustion perks are gone. That means Dead Hard is gone, Head On is gone, Sprint Burst is gone, Lithe is gone. It's kind of an interesting perk. It's only really good if you're great at patrolling, because it's going to be able to, people coming off those gens are going to not have those quick exits. But outside of that, I mean, it's okay. It's a demo perk. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, as we've seen from these perks, we have Off the Record, and why am I blanking on the other perk that we have? It's Breakout. So we've seen both of these now. Hold on, I'm blanking. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically kind of how this goes, guys. I mean, some of these perks are easy to show, some of these aren't quite as easy to show, so we've tried to give you at least a bird's eye view from both sides. The killer perks, they're just not great. Don't teabag in front of me. The killer perks this week are just not great. Predator is one of those beginner perks on the Wraith. Don't buy it if you don't need to. Basically just use Wraith for a little bit so that way you can get used to the tracking perks the Predator gives you. Predator and Bloodhound pair up fairly well together. But outside of that, you shouldn't be running Predator for anything other than maybe the tomes that are coming through. Mindbreaker is another one that's just not particularly strong. There's so many other perks that do well. I mean, there's a lot of add-ons if you're playing things like if you're playing Huntresses or Clowns or anything like that. There's a lot of other perks that'll give you the same, or not perks, rather the add-ons that will give you the same things that you need. So I would not go with that. However, Off the Record to me is a quality perk. It is something that I think does get overlooked a lot late game when you are dealing with barbecue and chili, kind of oppressive nurses calling, I'm all ears, other tracking perks that get very, very strong towards the middle and end of game. Not having an R for 60 seconds does make a difference. Also, you're basically getting a free Iron Will for 60 seconds also. So this can free up an Iron Will perk if it's not something you want to use all the time. It does kind of combine perks for you. Breakout is basically a meme perk. I mean, the only thing Breakout typically works with is Sabo squads when you're running sabotaging toolboxes. You're running Breakout, Flip-Flop, and Tenacity to keep people from hooking. It's really the only time that this becomes something that you want to use. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now, as usual, we have to kill off our people. Do you have any last words, Amsicee, Spyrim? Anything you like for these?
Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/BSR195.
It's the meme that won't die. Do you have any last words about the perks? Is there anything that you suggest for these? Not a fan?
Iron Will is already super meta, and honestly, I can't see running a build without it. Therefore, I don't think that you can really get full value off of For the Record. Plus, it really depends on having an item or a perk that will allow you to heal yourself. So I just don't really think that it is a great perk. There is value there, but it's just not something that I think could really be incorporated into many of the meta builds these days. And everything else is straight trash.
Yeah, everything else is trash. Don't get Mindbreaker, don't get Predator. And unless you want to meme with your friends, then you have to make sure that absolutely everybody is running Breakout and all these other perks. It doesn't really pair well. unless everybody else is running them too. I mean, if they are, if you have 4 people running Breakout, because this does stack, and you're running your flip flops and your metal amends and your no mithers and everything like that, you can have a lot of fun with killers. You can irritate the hell out of some killers. But that's kind of all it is. It's more of an irritation perk rather than an actual good perk. You can starve them with petrified oaks to kind of space out your hooks a little bit, and that might help you. But that's about all you got, though. Again, though, if you already have these perks, you can buy them in store for 2,000 iridescent shards and get 150,000 extra blood points add to your totals. So there is value there. Outside of that, though, not really a fan. But that's it, guys. I hope you found something you like. I hope you get a better understanding of what these perks do. Amsicee, where can they actually find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Amsicee, AMSICEE.
That's it. And Spyrim is, as always, with us. He's just that guy that we can always depend on. So we appreciate him coming out. We'll catch you guys next time. And that's it, guys. If you want to watch us Dead by Daylight, our schedule has changed slightly. You can find me playing Dead by Daylight on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll catch you guys next time.